because that continues to be a controversial subject. No matter what side of the aisle you're on, people in the media talk about it all the time. I'm going to start with Marg on this one. My thought goes back to an interview I did earlier with Ed Asner this year, who, of course, talked about why his career almost went to nothing when he got in trouble over trying to send aid to the Nicaraguans back in the 80s. And he just didn't get any work for a while. So I'm wondering, I guess it's a compound question, should you get involved with politics? Should you be visible? If not, is it for economic reasons because it might hurt your career? So Marg, go with that.
Hit it, Marg.
Well, I mean, if someone is passionate about something, whether it's a cause or a candidate, I say go for it. I think, yes, if you believe in, if you really want to get somebody elected and you feel your celebrity can help that person get elected.
You went to the inauguration, the last one, right?
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was that fun?
Oh, it was incredible. Yeah, it was surreal. I mean, it's an overused word for that. It was amazing.
Tom?
And I was just at a fundraiser for Barbara Boxer the other day.
So you don't mind being seen and going to fundraisers for people you believe in?
No, of course not.
Okay, Thomas, what about you?
I love playing a cop on TV. I think it's it's a real... Boy, I think it's an incredibly respectful thing for an actor to do. I think that there are lots and lots of great cops out there that all of us feel that
Chuck Connors
should be. My friend Mike was somebody that I watched as a kid, and I think is a great actor, and he's a great friend. And I love doing this, and I love doing this panel because we get to talk about playing these great roles.
Oh my Lord.
Okay, Mary. That was great, Mary. Now, what do you ever think it's appropriate to get involved with politics? Here we are, a day before Election Day.
Yeah, I think if people are passionate about it, I think I agree with Marg. If you're passionate about a cause or a candidate, I think it works for normal people too. And
yeah, you wouldn't be worried if you said, I endorse Barbara Boxer or I endorse Sarah Palin or whoever it is. You wouldn't worry.
No, I don't do much of that, but I do a lot of work for different charities and causes, and
right.
I think passion is passion, and people get involved where their heart leads them.
We're going to get to the charities thing in a minute. I think it'll be interesting too. Boris, what do you think about that?
Well, I think it should be more about getting people involved in the political process rather than necessarily going behind one particular candidate. Because I think what this country needs is people to get more involved in decision making rather than just eating up whatever somebody's force feeding them.
Right.
So I'd like to encourage people to get involved and inform themselves about these very important issues, such as healthcare and education and such on. But I can't vote myself. I'm not a citizen, so I can't vote myself. But I certainly try and.
Now, are you going to change that? Are you going to go for citizenship?
Traveling the globe is much easier when you don't have the U.S. passport. I found out. So I don't know. I'm married. I have a green card. I have a beautiful wife and 2 kids who both have the German citizenship, and I'm doing quite well.
Okay. Did your wife make it here tonight?
I hope she's here. Babe, are you here?
Nicole here? Nicole Harry Parker?
There she is. Hey, baby.
Yeah. There you go. We have a couple of... Mary's significant other is here. Michael Morris. Where's Michael? Hey, Michael, stand up there. Michael. All right.
So my spouse has to sit in row 58, and he can sit in first.
Somebody needs to get involved in the political process.
I understand that I'm new.
That's America.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh,
This has been a lot tougher.
You might want that passport.
Sorry, babe. I'm gonna become a citizen soon.
That passport has its privileges.
That's the German section.
Yeah, the Germans are over there.
The black German. The black German section.
I'll steal it. I don't know.
All right, Kelly, you're up. I have no idea why, but...
Well, I feel the same way as the ladies. I mean, I think that if you're passionate about something, you should speak up about it, and I try to teach my children that. I have not yet gotten on my soapbox about stuff, but, certainly at home I teach it, and, you'll hear me.
Okay. Matt?
I'm sort of with Boris. I mean, I think it's a very personal matter, but I think, one thing I would say is for everybody to get involved. more at the local level, because that's what everybody sort of votes every 4 years or 2 years and hopes for the best, and it all sort of trickles up from a much smaller level. So staying informed and making your own decisions from the information.
Angie, if I'm correct, didn't you speak at a convention not long ago?
I love Cagney and Lacey.
Yeah, Cagney and Lacey were not.
You did. I loved it.
It was the Republican convention, right? And were you like a main speaker or something? And but tell me, I mean, do you?
I did love Charlie's Angels.
All right,
They
good.
were great. It's so real, you know.
Yeah,
Lifelike.
that's good.
There's nothing like a pair of hot pants and a 357, don't you think?
Yeah. I'll go with you on the hot pants.
No, seriously, in all honesty, I mean, and I'm sure anybody that has ever heard my name and, you know, has heard ew with it. I never intended to be on a soapbox, if that's ever how it was interpreted. I was asked a question and I answered it truthfully, which is what I hope that everyone as an American would be able to do without fear, without being worried if you're ever going to work again, without, thank you. I don't think it's important which party you're associated with. What I think is important is that before any party, we're all Americans, except for Boris.
Except for Boris. Now, Matt, are you?
Yeah.
Matt, you're still.
Oh, yeah.
And Matt, yeah, you're not.
If the Germans are in row 58, the Aussies are back at the bar.
Yeah, you're because y'all are fun. No, but in all seriousness, I mean, you know, what I pray for is a time when, you know, this country comes together and it doesn't matter if the person sitting next to you thinks differently than you do or believes differently than you do. The fact is that we're all Americans, and at some point we've got to come together and realize that there's a happy middle, there's a happy medium. It doesn't require beating up the other person or squashing the other person's reputation or any of that. The nastiness has to go away, because at some point, I mean, the whole phrase divide and conquer came around for a reason. And I think at some point all of us have to realize that we all are Americans before we're anything else, and we have to come together, and that's the bottom line.
Good point. Thank you. Good point. As our resident Aussie, do you want to skip that question and go to another one?
Ditto.
Okay. Let me start with Matt on this one. And this is something I promised the panel when we were talking on the phone last